Okay, so I have a piece of hot press paper. You can get hot press many brands carry. It's 100% cotton still. This is, I think, a Stonehenge from a Stonehenge paper pad, but Arch makes it, Baja makes it, everybody makes it. Stonehenge is like much cheaper, so you want to try that. I have the reference photo attached in the description box of this cute little rabbit. And so basically, I loosely drew him, right? You can see like little lines like this. And like I said before, well, maybe I didn't say before. Patreon members will get the traceable to this and the extra tutorial. And I just kind of like traced out his like outline of his body a little bit and just did his eyes and his nose, but nothing super serious. You know, just kind of do a lightly kind of look to him. And I'll take my pencil. This is just a basic like a 2B pencil here. And I'm just gonna, use it to your advantage. Like use the pencil to create all kinds of great marks. You can do some holly in here. Add whatever you want else extra. Sometimes it's nice to show the pencil, not always, but in this case, yes, we kind of cute and fun. Some branches going around his neck, like a little wreath. And then little scratches for his fur. And of course the snow. And here's the fur. And the inside here. Really kind of cute. And if you want to do the eye, really, you can just kind of draw in the eye a little bit. So I really like this loose style I've been playing with, that I've always done, but even more loose these days on just like hot press paper. I did something for my Patreons in the Patreon live last week. He looks like this, and so I was like, you know what, I'm going to play off this. And I added some gold paint in this guy. So let's do something similar but different. And so I've drawn this out. Like I said, you just do your guy. If you don't want to do the wreath around his neck, maybe put some just greens next to him and just concentrate on, it does show like there is some greens next to him, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like something bedded in the ground. Maybe that's his little burrow. Maybe the little bunnies are in there. You can have like another little bunny poking through. That'd be kind of cute. Okay, so I'm going to grab my Princeton 10 round Aqua Elite Series brush. Going to mix up some colors for the body itself. Just a bunch of browns, a little bit of grays. Again, we're not getting super serious here. So I use burnt sienna, loosening this up, ultramarine blue deep. The two of them together make nice deeper browns, but use the burnt sienna too, lighten that up, but just by adding water, right? The color, and you could have some gray ready to go, like Paynes gray. Also, and like a nice, cute, pretty, soft, corally kind of color, blush tone for the ears. So cadmium yellow deep, you can use bright rose. Mine's a little dirty. Get a little more pink in there. So like a pink blushy tone. Have that ready to go. Okay. You could put, you didn't have to put this around. You could put like, I did the tutorial on the plaid ribbon, put the plaid ribbon around him, put a scarf around him, put a hat on him. Kind of cute. I'm just showing you a loose way to paint the wonderful little rabbit. So I'm taking these like browns that I have here mixed up, and I'll take my brush. And look, when you're on hot press paper, the paint kind of sits on top. Looks like there's some little resist here. Maybe my fingers were a little bit oily. So it's resisting to paint there. But see how I'm just gliding on this paper. And that's what it's all about. A little resist there. That's okay, I can work with it. So I'm just kind of filling this in loosely, gliding. I love the little hard edges it makes. Some people don't like that. I do. It's just sweet. Now I'm just going to do the face for now. I was going to do the body too, but I think I'm going to wait until after I do my little greens. I don't see the same colors, a little bit deeper here. Gonna add some depth like you see in the photograph with this darker brown. Now you can make it like the same colors similar to the one in the photograph. I'm using it more of a reference for inspiration. I'm not gonna follow it to a T of the colors. I wanna make my guy a little bit softer, a little bit lighter. So I have this face kind of done, right? And I drew out the all the wonderful holly and everything on top. So I'm going to grab some cadmium yellow deep. I'm actually going to grab some ultramarine blue deep. The two of them. It's a different kind of green. I'll clean up my brush. I'm going to grab more blue. Turns into more of like a sagey kind of green, but you add more blue to it. You can keep it bright too, though. If you want a bright green, cabin yellow deep and Prussian blue, or peacock, get a nice bright green. So a combination of greens would be nice. I'm gonna get this a little bit more blue. Okay. And I'm just gonna loosely paint in some of this holly. See, this like color here that I drew. Excuse me. Some of it doesn't have really super points on them. I also put in some like pine needles, and you can put some fun, just like greenery itself, right? So it's just these little happy little C's upside down connecting. You know what a holly leaf looks like. Looks like he's kind of eating it, doesn't it? I don't know. It's kind of funny. And then I'm just taking that brighter green and adding in some just greens here. Could do some little pine needles. Make a little bit darker ones by adding more Prussian blue and burnt umber to my green that I just mixed up. So we got some little darker ones. You know, I want a variety of colors and tone. So now that that bright dark green is in there, see, the lighter color just pops. I could put a deeper color holly back here. Add some sprays of greens, tapping the darker color. If I've lost my holly, I could add a deeper one. Go back to this green I had here. Maybe have some branches. Whoop, that was like a little too crazy there. I got a little crazy. And this is why I wanted to paint this first before I added in the body color. Holly. Can kind of outline it too. Be kind of cute with the dark color. Just greens themselves. Some pine needles, whatever. Kind of framing his little furry face. And I added some of the snow over here. So now that I've got kind of a gist of where that's going to go around his little neck, we can add some berries too. So I have this color called pyrol Rubin, and I like to add it to a little cadmium red light, but maybe just keep the pyrol Rubin by itself. Water it down. You can add some little red berries in there. Kind of floating out. Cluster a few out here. Just tippy tapping. It's wearing a wreath. Okay. And now we're going to go back to the body. Same light color tones. Yeah, I think you don't know, you should keep your hands nice and clean before you touch the paper. I think there's some resist happening on my paper, but that's okay. You can paint over it. Now you see in the photograph, it's more like white over here. You can keep it all. Ooh, I had some red paint. Sometimes you have mistakes. I got too close and it was wet. It wasn't dry. And I kind of bled my red, but that's okay. Just be careful. I'm going over some of the colors here. A little bit deeper strokes now. The little bunny. I didn't put a little tail in because the photograph's doesn't have the tail. But you know what? I'd say do it anyway if you want to. Gonna add some more gray tones by adding more ultramarine blue deep to that burnt sienna. I'm gonna add some gray tones to it. And go like this. Just filling that all in. Just like so. Getting a little bit darker with my color. I'm gonna go back to add to my burnt sienna. It's a little bit darker. I want to keep it nice and soft though. It's a little soft bunny. Just a little bit of browns here and there. I'm gonna dip my brush into water, get it more diluted. the paint should be a little bit more diluted. It's a little bit dark right there. And then I'm going to add some more deeper color on the side of his face on the left-hand side. And then the little nose part, I'm going to add some color. Again, remember I said I was just going to keep it really kind of fun and loose. Going up into the wreath. Shouldn't take this long. Just kind of really, you're gliding on this paper. Now we've got that snow, right? So I want to remove some of this color here, and I want to use my ultramarine blue deep for the snow, and a little bit of burnt sienna, more blue, just a touch of this color. And then we could just kind of, you know, drew the snow and kind of glide over it with blue to indicate that, you know, it's not on, it's not just floating here. If you want to put a background, put a background in. I'm just going to do the snow part. I'm not going to put background. If you want a grayer, mine's bluer, you can add more burnt sienna. I'll make this a little bit grayer over here. And that's a little blue snow. And like I have a little twig hanging out some of mine. Might grab a little brown burnt sienna or burnt umber. Make like a little twig coming out, grasses. And then you can have some greenery coming off that. Play around. A liner brush is really good to use for some grasses. This is a Princeton number 4 Umbria series. So I'm just going to grab some burnt sienna with a little bit of ultramarine blue deep. I think that bright color is too much. Let's tone it down a little bit. I'm going to make some grasses. And he's sitting in the grasses with the snow. Cute, right? Okay, almost at the end here. I'm going to add the little blush on the ears. I'm going to get a little bit more pink. A little blushy pink ear. A little bit on the nose. And you could add a little on the cheek. Why not, right? And then the eyes. Now they can be like black or brown. I'm adding some Paynes gray with my burnt sienna. I'm going to outline the eye and go inside. Outline it and go inside and then go under here. Line down. And I'll do the whiskers last. So that's the basic little bunny. And what I do at the end, I'm going to grab my Princeton 8 long round. Whoops. And some Paynes gray. And loosen up some Paynes gray. I'm kind of like, do little outlines in a way. And make sure this is dry. Just really kind of loose. See, I'm kind of scattering my lines. Do little kind of outlines on my holly and the little dude, the inside part of his ear. Kind of wiggling my brush like this. See, I'm not outlining the whole entire part of him, just like little lines here and there. And here, little nose. I wait till this dries and do whiskers. I'm going to go in here and do the holly. Can outline that. And this little other greenery in this body. You can put some fur, and then of course the snow. And then go along the grasses a little bit. My grass is kind of faded. Whoops. I gotta fix those a little bit. Okay, and then we can do little skinny whiskers. It may look almost like a little smile on his nose. Coming down here. Cute, right? I think he's cute. And last but not least, you can grab some gold paint. I'm going to grab my gold paint. I have something like this in my Amazon shop. It's not, I don't know the name of this one particularly because there's no name on the bottom, and I bought it a long time ago, probably like 5 years ago. And it's going to loosen up some of this gold. And you can just do some little touches of the gold around him. All this little good stuff. Wiggle that. Isn't that cute? I don't know if you would want to splatter it. You could splatter it. And the last but not least, if you want to just come punch up his body a little bit more, if it's too light, go add some more depth with some deeper paint. Just like so. And you don't have to add a lot, just a little bit goes a long way. You can write gold writing, Merry Christmas, etc. You know, really kind of cute. Okay, so I added it to a construction paper, and I just realized I could just splatter a little bit, but be careful, you want to take it off your construction paper. I just taped it down just to show you, and remove that. And I'll do a little splatter, like kind of like on him, going this way. The gold paint. Just a little down here. Little goes a long way. Just a little splatter. I'm just going to put that on my construction paper. Taped it down. Super cute. So, isn't that really cute? And like I said, the Patreon members get the trace. They also get the extra tutorial, which is this little guy. He's hugging the little candy cane. Using a lot of metallic on this one. Super fun, super cute. If you want to be a Patreon member, click the link in the description box below. You can join and cancel anytime. You get all kinds of bonuses that are like not on YouTube, and you get that weekly exclusive that is on Patreon. That's really long tutorial, sometimes an hour long, with photograph and traceable, and really step by step. A little bit more advanced ones there, and you know, there's some beginners, but there's a lot of variety. And it's where you support my channel, which I really appreciate. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.